What's up, friends? Gary here, day 22, Law of Intention and Desire. This is a pretty deep chapter, so I hope that you take your helmet off and let your brain breathe, because this is, it's intense, it's deep, and I'm going to try to cover the best I can. I mean, I've been studying this. I've been preparing this for the past little while, and it's deep information, okay? The law of intention and desire, what it states is that everything in this physical reality is made of the same thing. Everything, a tree, the grass, the snow, my body, your body, it's all made up of the exact same thing at the quantum level, at the deepest level. It's made up of the exact same thing. So that's number one. So let's write that down. Everything is made up of the same thing. Okay? And what is it made up of? Two things. Energy and information. Energy and information. Okay, so what that's saying is that I kind of relate it to, if you've seen the Matrix movie, how that the little trickling down green numbers, digits things. That's kind of what I really do see after reading it, after understanding it, after internalizing this chapter, is everything in this physical world is made up of energy and information. Okay, the only difference between me and the tree, me and the camera, me and the desk, me and this paper board is the energy and information. Okay, this information is much more simple than what the information that makes up my body. The energy that makes up the information, excuse me, that makes up my body is much more complex than the information that makes up this paper or that makes up a tree. The information that makes up a tree, it's programmed with one outcome, and that is to produce a tree. A tree cannot be anything else than a tree. An apple, just like we talked about yesterday, an apple tree cannot be an orange tree. An apple tree cannot be a lemon tree. Whereas me, my body, it's always changing. From a baby to an old person, it's constantly changing. And with your nervous system, you can program it. What your nervous system does is it changes the way that the body acts. It changes the way that the body takes in information. Okay, whereas other things like the paper, like the tree, they're simple information. Okay, so that being said, okay, we experience the energy of this reality through our senses. Okay, and the two things that we're going to talk about, number one is attention, your attention, okay, and your intention. Okay, attention and intention. Okay, your attention is it energizes. Okay, your energy, your attention energizes, your intention transforms. Okay, very simple but very complex at the same time. Your attention energizes. What that means is whatever you fix your attention on grows in your reality. So if you fix your attention on, let's say, cars, for example. If you are passionate about cars, your attention is always on cars. You're reading magazines, you're going to car meets, you're doing this, that, and the other. If you focus your attention, okay, your focused attention, if you focus that on finances, if you focus that on health, if you focus that on relationships, if you focus that on spirituality, that which you focus your attention on, it energizes. Okay? So, what you focus on grows. And vice versa. Okay? What you take your attention off of disintegrates. Okay, so you can grow up really being into cars, and then when you hit your mid-20s, you're not into cars anymore. You no longer read the magazines, go on the websites, go to the car meets, go to do those types of things. Your intention is off of that subject. That subject is no longer a part of your reality. Okay, if you notice what you fix your attention on, it's a part of your reality. So you're going to attract to yourself people who like the same types of things. You're going to attract books, magazines. You're going to attract those types of things into your life so that you can keep your attention focused on that which you desire. Okay? Intention transforms. It transforms your energy, who you are. Okay? So if your intention is to get healthy, okay, you are now focusing, you now have to transform. Okay, so let's draw a little example. So unhealthy, I'm just gonna, UH, that stands for unhealthy. If you're unhealthy and you make the intention to be healthy, okay, that is going to transform you. You're not going to go to bed one day out of shape and unhealthy and wake up the next morning healthy. You're not going to go to bed someone that's out of shape and wake up Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're not going to do that. You have to transform. You have to make an intention. I intend to go to the gym every day. I intend to make healthy eating choices. I intend to take these actions. Okay, by making that intention, it will transform who you are. Okay, the journey from unhealthy to healthy is a transformation in your character. We've talked about this before in a previous video, is that I am the star of the movie of life in which I play. I put on a character every day. Every day I wake up, I wear a certain costume. There are certain type of clothes that I like to wear that are a symbol of the character that I play. Okay? Same thing. You transform character. An unhealthy person has different character traits than someone who is healthy. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay? So an intention triggers and transforms. Now, intention is one of the most powerful energies in the world. It's one of the most powerful things that a person can utilize. It's a tool. When you learn to utilize intention, it can literally transform your entire life. It doesn't have to. The journey from being unhealthy to healthy, the length of time or the distance you have to travel is determined by your commitment, your discipline, having a real decision or desire to make those things happy. But a couple ways to really take your intention to magnify it is to adopt and to practice these 5 steps. Okay, number 1 is to slip into the gap. I'm just going to practice silence. Okay, that is the first law, or the first law of success, is practicing silence, meditation. You make an intention, and then you practice silence. Okay, practicing silence for me also goes to the 4th that we'll talk about in a minute. So just hold your horses. Number 2 is actually, it does. Okay, number 2 is release your intention. Release your intention. Okay, what that means is release your intention to whatever you want to call your source of creation, whether you want to call it God, Allah, Abraham, Buddha, Krishna, I don't really care what you want to call it. Release that intention. You say, okay, I intend to do this. And then you just release it. You make it happen. You know what the action steps are you have to take on a daily basis. You release it. You make it happen. Okay. Number 3 is hard. I mean, it's not hard. It's just something that most people don't practice. So you just have to practice it. Okay. And that is self-referral. Okay. Self-referral means not knowing who you are. Okay, remember, our true nature is pure energy, pure consciousness, pure spirit. When you know, when you have that self-referral, when you know who you are, okay, you don't care about what people say. You don't care, you're not affected by criticism. Okay, you're looking at yourself through the eyes of who you truly are. Okay, that's very important. Growing up, especially in junior high, I mean, I could tell you stories about, man, just how insecure I was because I didn't like who I was, because I was not self-referral. I was getting my referral from the outside world. I remember, man, I had one pair of pants through like half of junior high. And I remember they were white pants, and I had to wear them every day. And I remember especially in the winter months, just like it is now, I'd have to walk to school and I had to walk through a field. So wearing white pants, walking through a field, they're gonna get, the snow turns to slush, it might get dirty. So I'd have to wash those pants almost every night. And I just remember how self-conscious I was, and it would come back and it would just magnify my insecurities and the emotions that I had towards myself. But now it's like I really could care less what anybody thinks about me. I don't care at all. I love who I am. I know who I am. I have such a connection to that pure spirit, that pure consciousness, that pure energy, because I practice a lot of these things that I'm teaching you, and there's so much power, there's so much it's incredible when you're coming from that place of self-referral, and it does. It comes from practice. It comes from not caring about what other people think. It comes from getting rid of people who are, let's say, they're life suckers in your life, who bring you down rather than, pull you up. So self-referral, super powerful practice. Okay, number 4 is releasing your attachment. Releasing attachment to the outcome. Okay, releasing your attachment to the outcome. Okay, you might have an intention to make $1 million, but at the end of the day, that might not be the best thing for you. That might not serve your highest purpose on this planet. Like, look at the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, he doesn't care about making $1 million. He doesn't care about those types of things. Look at all the yogis that live in caves in India. I mean, if their intention was to make $1 million, then they would struggle. They would be resisting life because that's not their true purpose. So releasing your attachment to the outcome means that you're not attached emotionally to how it might happen, or if it even happens at all, because you have self-referral. You do not get your emotions from the outside world. You generate your emotions, and they therefore create the outside world. Okay? You're not saying, when I have $1 million, then I'll be happy, then I'll feel rich. You feel rich, you are happy, and then you attract the money into your life. A lot of people, and I'm going to do a lesson on this most definitely, is have, do, be versus be, do, have. Very, very powerful lesson. I'll teach that after I teach these 7 laws. That'll blow your mind. Okay, number 5 is, let your greater power take over, or handle the details. Handle the details, okay? So again, I don't care what you call it, your source of creation, your higher power, your higher self, it really is inconsequential, is letting that handle the details. Again, if I'm going from unhealthy to healthy, I don't know how it's going to happen. I could be on this course where, like, I'm doing cardio, I'm on the stair stepper, I'm sweating it up, but I'm not getting the results I want. And then I run into a friend who says, oh, hey man, why don't you come out and check out this CrossFit with me? Okay, if I were stuck in my way, if I don't let go and let the greater power handle the details, if I'm attached to the outcome, then I might say, no, I got it, man. I'm just going to keep on doing my stair stepper and I'm going to get where I want to be. Whereas you don't know how it's going to happen. When you let go, when you say, this is my intention is to be healthy, and you release your attachment, you let go and you let God, or you let a higher power direct and handle the details, then you're going to get from where you are now to where you want to be a whole lot quicker. Okay, another example is going from poor, I'm just going to say poor, to wealthy or affluent. Okay, going from poor to wealthy. If you're stuck in your ways and you think that you have the best plan on the planet and you will not let go of that attachment to that plan, you might never ever create the result that you want. But if you set the intention as saying, hey, my intention is to double my income in 2014. If I make $25,000 and my intention is to make $50,000, I don't know how it's going to happen, but when an opportunity comes to me, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to do whatever it takes because I know that a plan will be presented to me. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let a greater power handle the details. And when an opportunity comes to me, I'm going to take it. Okay? Because you just never know where an opportunity is going to come from. I'll tell you a great story. Okay, I remember when back in 2007, I lost everything. I lost my home, I lost all my cars, I lost all my material possessions, moved back in with my parents. All I took to my parents' house were some clothes and an old Chevy Blazer that my good friend Cody gave to me. Okay, that's all I had to my name. I had nothing. It was a totally clean slate. Okay, well, I started working, things started happening. I didn't actually lose my house. I sold my house before I lost it to foreclosure, and I ended up buying, I was able to get a nice new car, a very rare car, a Nissan Skyline. Okay, well, I was working at Discount Tire, and I had my intentions, I had my goals set, I had them right in my room. I'd look at them every day. I didn't know how it was going to happen. Okay, but I remember I was walking out of work one day, about to get in my car. It's a very rare car, and my good friend John Fuller comes up to me, strikes up a conversation. Boom, next thing you know, there's an opportunity. I took it. It completely changed my destiny. I never in a million years would have thought that that opportunity would have came in that form. Because actually, going back to that story, is I was actually about to move to LA to sell door-to-door alarm systems. Okay, and then I met John Fuller and he said, nah, don't do that. Why don't you come and check out what I'm doing? Completely changed my life. So I will forever be grateful for John Fuller for coming into my life. I love you, buddy. Okay, so these 5 steps are the way to really take your intention, the power of intention, to the next level. Super powerful. We're all doing these things unconsciously. Okay? A lot of us, I'd say 99% of the people on the planet, they're following all of these 7 spiritual laws, but they're doing them unconsciously. And they're not directing that energy in a way that they are in control of their life. They are controlling the outcome and the results of their life. They're kind of just taking things as they come and kind of walking through life haphazardly, blindly, and just taking things as they come. But when you understand these things, when you understand the power of intention, you understand these 5 steps to take to really have control of your intention, boom, you take your life to the next level. And that's what that's what my intention, nice plug, that's what my intention's all about. My intention is to create simple, logical programs and systems so that I can help you take your life to the next level. Okay, like I said earlier, if you make $25,000 in 2013 and your intention is to double your income in 2014, my intention is to show you how to do that. Okay, I went from 2006, I had absolutely nothing, zero. I didn't even have a bank account. Okay, and in 2012, I created a business that did over $3 million in 12 months. Over $3 million in 12 months. I went from zero to massive success in a very short amount of time. And using all this stuff, and that's what my intention is to help you get to where you want to be without going through all the trial and error. I went through the trial and error for you, and I'm going to continue, because to me, the $3 million isn't enough. Now, I'm going to create $1 trillion business. I want to help change the world by helping individuals change their world. That's my intention, so put that in your back pocket. Okay, here's your call to action. Call to action. Okay, number 1 is, this is important. Right now, pause the video and go grab a pen and a piece of paper. This is important to your future right now. Number 1, make a list of your desires. Okay, make a list of your desires. So, on your piece of paper, you better have paused this video and you better have grabbed a pen and piece of paper. If not, it's going to cost you. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm good. I'm going to take my life to the next level. I'm going to continue to progress. I'm going to be hanging out with all the people who I look up to. I'm going to be doing all the things I want to do in life. And I want you to be there too. But you got to do this stuff if you want to get there. So on your piece of paper, I want you to write down these 5 things. Write down health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, and personal growth. Okay? Write down those 5 things, and next to or underneath those 5 areas, I want you to write 2 desires. 2 desires that are big, that are just outside of your comfort zone. Okay? If next to health, if you are, like for me, so I want to be single-digit body fat. I want to be in fantastic shape. I want to be just, I want to just be in just tip-top, absolutely incredible shape. Okay? Wealth. For me, wealth, like I told you a couple videos, I want my business, this new venture, this personal evolution company, to generate $1 million. $1 million in revenue in its first year, and with that, the majority of it I want to give away. I want to give to people who are in need. I want to give to people who don't have enough food, people who don't have shoes or clothes. That's my intention. That's my goal. My desire. Relationships. I'm a single guy. I love being single, but for me, I really believe that a relationship is going to help you grow. It's going to get you out of your comfort zone. It's going to help you evolve as a person. Okay? Spirituality. How can you achieve those high-level emotions, these celestial emotions of service, contribution, gratitude, unconditional love? How can you generate, because through those emotions, you connect to your higher power, whatever you want to call it. They all have they got a different name, but it's all the same exact thing. Okay? The only way to connect to that power is through those emotions. When you're living in depression, hopelessness, worthlessness, anger, greed, guilt, resentment, you haven't completely cut the plug, but your connection to that higher power, it's diminished. I mean, it's next to nothing. You can never completely cut the cord until you die, and even then you don't cut the cord, you just become a part of it. But anyways, next thing, personal growth. Who do you want to be? What are some character traits you want to be? Do you want to be more disciplined? Do you want to read more books? Do you want to become more educated and more specialized in your topic of interest? Who do you want to be as a person? What are some hobbies you want to get into? Like for me, a big hobby of mine this year, 2014, is I'm going to learn to fly helicopters. Okay, me and my dad, we love flying helicopters. I've flown helicopters through the Grand Canyon. I've flown helicopters all through southern Utah. I've flown helicopters in Maui, Hawaii. I mean, we love to fly helicopters. And when my empire is huge, I'm going to own a helicopter. I'm going to own an Apache one day. Okay, so that's a big thing of mine. And I love racing race cars. I love motorcycles. I love skydiving. I love just extreme stuff like that. So what are some of your personal growth, your self-actualizing goals? Make a list of your desires. If you do not make this list, you're selling yourself short. Okay? Your strongest point of focus is writing. When you make a list, you're taking thought energy. You're taking those ideas, those desires from your heart and from your mind, and you are channeling them to a piece of paper, to a pen, to the point of a pen. You're putting it into the physical world. So do it. Do it. Okay, number 2 is, release the list. Let it happen the way it's supposed to. Let it happen the way it's supposed to. I was freezing cold earlier in my house, and now I am sweating my guts out. So release the list. Okay, it's gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen. But here's the thing. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Every morning when you wake up, look at your list. Every night before you go to bed, look at your list. Look at your list before you meditate. I meditate twice a day. Look at the list before you meditate. That's 4 times a day. Carry your list around with you. Where's my wallet at? Okay, here's my wallet. Here's my wallet right here. Bam, I keep my list with me every single day. It's in my wallet. Look at your list over and over again. Keep this on the forefront of your mind. What this will do, it will create a vision. It will create an image in your mind of how you want your future to unfold. If you do not have a vision, if you do not believe that you can make it happen, it's not going to happen. Just like Henry Ford said, if you believe that you won or lost, either way, you're right. Okay? If you're going into a baseball game and you're afraid you're going to lose, you already lost. You already lost. Winners don't think like that. Floyd Mayweather, greatest boxer in his class. I mean, undefeated for such a long period of time. If you watch the interviews with that guy, he thinks like a champion. He doesn't ever, the thought of loss does not even cross his mind. He already knows the outcome before it's going to happen. That's the way that we have to live. We have to know what we want. We have to know what's going to happen, but we have to let go of the way it's going to happen. Okay? And number 3 is self-referral. Okay? Self-referral. Know who you are. Know that you have infinite potential. Know that your true nature is infinite, powerful, pure consciousness, pure potentiality. You have the power and the ability to do anything. This might sound crazy, but I do. I believe this 100% wholeheartedly. We have the ability to fly. We have the ability to teleport. We have those abilities. The only reason why we're not doing it is because we're not aware of it yet. Okay? Once one person, great example. I don't know his name off the top of my head. It's right like on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know it. Okay? For the longest time, I'm going to butcher this time too, but who cares? You'll understand it. For the longest time, years, centuries, people were trying to break the 4-minute mile. Experts were saying it was impossible. Experts were saying that our cardiovascular system couldn't handle it, that our muscle and bone structure didn't have the ability to run a mile in under 4 minutes. Okay? Then I believe in the 1930s, some dude came along and bam, he broke that 4-minute mile. He made the awareness a fact. He made the theory a fact. We were all chasing it because deep down inside, we knew we could do it. We were chasing after it. And as soon as he broke that 4-minute mile, tons of people were breaking it after him. It just took one person. My belief, my honest to God belief is that number one, we are infinite beings. We are immortal. We have the ability to live forever. Every single cell in your body regenerates in a certain a specific amount of time. I'm not an expert, so I don't really know exactly, but every cell in your body is brand new in a certain amount of time. For me, the reason why we die is because we believe in death. We believe that this skin suit ages with time, and eventually we will die. Okay? Eventually, I believe that there are people on the planet right now who have lived hundreds of years. That information is starting to come out. They've lived hundreds of years, and I believe that we have the potential to live forever. I believe that is why we keep making things better. Things keep evolving. It's our turn now. It's our turn to evolve. Okay? I believe we have the ability to fly. I believe that we have the ability to teleport. It's been proven that we have the ability to read each other's minds. We have the ability to read each other's emotions. We are pure potential energy. We need to realize that. We need to come from self-referral, where we only care about what we think. We don't care about what other people think. Okay? We're not insecure. We're confident. We love ourselves. We believe that, hey, if I have this desire, the reason why I have that desire is because there is an there's an unexpressed possibility. That means that, hey, if I desire to make $1 million, that's because I have the ability. Now I just have to develop whatever it's going to take to create that in my life. So I'm rambling at this point. I should be charging you guys millions of dollars for this information, but I love you, so I'm not going to. So, the law of intention and desire, day 22. Everything on the planet, everything in this reality is made of the exact same thing. Me and this marker, at a quantum level, we are exactly the same. The only difference is this marker is programmed to only be a marker, and I am programmed to be a human being. Information and energy. Attention. What you put your attention on energizes. It either grows and expands, or it shrinks and disintegrates. So what do you focus your attention on? Do you focus your attention on being out of shape or being in shape? Do you focus on how much money you don't have in your life, or how much money there is on the entire planet that as long as you create value, it will flood into your life? Intention. Intention transforms you from who you are now to who you want to be in the future. Are you unhealthy and do you want to be healthy? Are you poor and do you want to be wealthy? Make an intention, a real intention, not a half-ass, half-hearted intention where, as soon as you hit a roadblock right there, you give up. Because I'm telling you right now, there's going to be obstacles. There are going to be obstacles that test your will and test your desire. When your intention is strong enough, when you have a strong enough why you're doing it, backing up that intention, you're unstoppable. Okay? The five action steps to take your power of intention to the next level. Practice silence. Meditate. Just get started. Meditate for 10 minutes a day for the next 30 days. I don't care. Just start practicing it. It will change your entire life. It is profound. 2, release your intention. Okay? Release it. Say, this is what I want. Bam. Release it. Okay? 3, self-referral. Know who you are and come from that. Release your attachment to the outcome. Okay? Number 5, let your greater good, your greater power, whatever you want to believe in, let it handle the details. Let it bring to you the vehicle which will create your outcome. And your call to action. I'm telling you, if you don't do this, I am going to come to your house and I am going to kick your butt. Make a list of your desires. Health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, personal growth, and self-actualization. What do you want in life? Be specific. Most people are not specific. That's why they keep going on year after year after year. getting the same results and getting further and further behind in life because they're not specific and they don't write down their goals. Unsuccessful people don't write down their goals. Successful people do. That is a proven fact. Science. Write it down, put it in your back pocket. 2, release them. Go over it every day. As soon as you wake up, before you go to bed, before you meditate, go over your list. What do you want? Keep it in your mind. Create a vision. 3, self-referral. Live from that vantage point. Okay? Hope this message serves you. I got nothing but love. Today was a fantastic day. I am just so grateful for today. I'm so grateful for every day. Just take it in, people. Life's getting better. As long as you're watching these videos, as long as you're taking action first, you know, you might have to just unlock your mind. You might have to accept this information and just start chewing on it. Say, wow, man, that really makes sense. I've never really thought about that before. As long as you take that away from these videos, I've done my job. Because you can come back to these videos and you can start taking action, but do that. Make a list. Do it now. I hope you have a fantastic day. If I can serve you in any way, let me know. See you later.